So I don't even know if I bleep myself on these recordings. Once in a while, it'll slip out, but we have a note here. How I never said fuck on TV.
So I could get all the way into the fan zone by the bars, and I'd walk through and they're throwing champagne corks at me, and I'd always go up to people. And imagine there's a group of English people or French guys, especially the English were the worst. I'd go up and I'd say, guys, listen. And that's obviously, I'm wearing a Speed Channel race suit, and there's a big camera with a light, and I go, listen, I'm about to go live, so please don't. Guys, when I come up to you, just don't say fuck, right? It's on live on air. So immediately they'll be, they start swearing all they can. But weirdly enough, when I went back with the camera, they wouldn't swear because it's so funny. People, it's like guys that can tell a joke in a bar as opposed to, a joke on camera. There's two different skills. And so I had the best times, but I had people moon me. I didn't know it. I heard my producer and my co-host in America howling with laughter. And so I turned around, this guy's got his pants down behind. I mean, it was like this wonderful chaos. My producer once said, it was the best 3 minutes and the worst 3 minutes of his TV year because, both of us could get fired. But it was true about the swearing thing because like a lot of British people, we love swearing, but which is, I know, a sign of ignorance and a sign of lack of education, I think, or vocabulary. But sometimes there's nothing better. But I used to get away with a lot more than the American guys. I'd sometimes say, "Oh, it's bloody cold out here," and nothing would come back from my producer through my ear. Whereas if my co-hosts, the American guys, tried to say it, they'd say, "Oh, it's bloody hot out here." They get reprimanded by the producer because, hey, you shouldn't swear, and they always thought that was so unfair. How did I get away with it? But you see, the British accent thing means we can be like impolite, and still people think we're charming, which is desperately unfair and unwarranted. But it happens. So I always spent my entire career as Tommy Kendall, who's my co-host on the talk show, a brilliant guy, a driver, and obviously TV host. Now, he said, if you don't do TV with an eye to being just a little bit fired every day, every broadcast, then you're not doing it right. You're playing it too safe.
Well, it's funny when you talk about with the accent, everything's charming. It's true, by the way. I told Derek a saying that my dad said to my brother and I our whole life growing up. He says, to make it in business, act British, but think Yiddish.
I actually love that. I might have to borrow that phrase.
This has been Jeff Stearns, Connected Through Cars.